Did you ever wonder that the oil that you use to pop your popcorns can actually make a difference? Today, I'm going to put 5 different oils to test to see which one is the best. All these oils are organic and cold pressed, so they're good for your health. And also, this is my first time making popcorn, so I will see how we can make them. I had tried making popcorns once way back, like years ago, but at that time it was all by myself. I didn't take any help from the internet, and I didn't succeed. So this is my first time. After taking help from the internet, I saw how to make it. I saw the recipe how to make it, and let's see how it goes. First of all, I needed to select my pot. I'm trying to limit the use of non-stick pan, so I took my iron wok, but the lid didn't fit to fill all the gaps around, which could be a problem if you needed an oven-like situation for the corns to pop. So I thought it would be better to use non-stick pan for my first attempt. For this attempt, I used mustard oil that I had used for making french fries before, just one time. I added some pink salt in it, stirred it a little bit, kept the flame to low, and then I tried the two kernel method. Kept on stirring them occasionally. Waited for 7 minutes for them to pop, but they never popped. I thought maybe there was a problem with these two kernels, so why not add a little bit more? I added some more, waited for almost 4.5 minutes, but they didn't pop either. But you know what? I thought I was going to add more no matter what. And even if they don't pop, I will eat them just fried. Then I added more, waited for like a minute. There were no signs of them popping. At this point, I kind of lost hope. I just turned the camera off and kept waiting. A few moments later, I noticed a kernel pop. I immediately turned the camera back on. More of them started popping, so eventually I succeeded. Now that I know how to make them, I will proceed to make them with our 5 different oils. Yes, 5. I will make the ones with mustard oil again, with new mustard oil, not the used one. The first one was very salty. I will add a smaller quantity of salt with each different oil. I kept on adding 2 kernels each time with each different oil, although they didn't pop, but they were still helpful in indicating whether the oil had heated up or not. Now it's time for the taste test. All of our popcorns are ready. And as you can see, there's a little bit of the difference in color as well. You see, let me show you a comparison. Okay, this is not a huge comparison. This is not a huge difference. Yeah, this one, look at them. You see this color? And now have a look at this color. I hope the camera shows you what I am looking at. So these are, one is the coconut oil and one is buffalo oil. So there's just a slight difference, as you can, as you have seen in like a fabric of white color can have a bluish white and like a yellowish white or different types of. So there's just a little small hint of the other color in it. Okay, so this one is the mustard oil, a little bit yellow in comparison to this one. And for this field attempt, yeah, it still has some good corns for me to taste. Yeah, look at that. But the good ones also differ in their color a little bit. Let's start with the buffalo. They are very delicious. They taste like popcorn, of course, but they have like a very nice taste at the background. I don't know. It feels like a background taste. Yeah, I don't know. That's not even a term, but it is a background taste. It has like a very nice taste in it. Now, if we move toward the coconut oil, wow, they are really delicious. And actually, this is surprising. I, as you know, coconut oil has a pronounced taste, and it maintains this taste in other different dishes, even in French fries. Um, but in this one, it doesn't taste like a coconutty type of taste. It has a very nice taste to it. It actually suits with popcorn pretty well. This one is the cow ghee. I actually like buffalo ghee more than cow ghee, but in case of popcorn, the ones with cow ghee are equally delicious. This is also another surprising thing for me. Okay, now it's time for the mustard oil. Wow, actually, it's a little surprising for me. Mustard oil is the one that maintains the taste, and sometimes it gives a very nice and pleasant, well, actually not sometimes, most of the times it gives dishes a very nice and pleasant taste, but it has its own unique and natural taste. But in case of popcorns, it's actually quite neutral. It's like a tasteless type of taste. It is still nice. It is still better than if we make them in refined oil. Wild olive oil. Wild oil is basically from the olive trees that are more than 100 years old, and the regular olive oil is like from the younger olive trees. The older olive oil is nutrient dense, and it has a very rich flavor, and it is green in color instead of that typical yellow with just a hint of green in it. It doesn't look very pretty right now, but let me explain to you what happened there. So these unrefined cold pressed oils usually have lower smoke point in comparison to refined oils, and since it is a very rich oil, its smoke point is even lower. So what happened there, when I was making them, just when they were ready, I was just thinking about maybe I should take them off of stove, or maybe I should just let them for like a few more seconds. I needed to leave them unattended for like 2 to 4 seconds at maximum, and when I came back, some of them were burned. So I really should have taken them off of stove when I felt like it. Luckily, there are many that I can taste that are not burned. They also have a very nice taste, neutral and fluffy kind of taste of this popped corn, plus, a background taste. So they have a very nice taste. Now it's time for my final rating, and all of them are really delicious, and actually it's really hard to decide between all of them. And I guess I will try them like on alternate basis, but I still have preferences. So I would say for me, at number 5 is the mustard oil. Yeah, and this is because of their neutral kind of taste. I mean, they didn't give popcorns a little background taste like all other oils, so that's why mustard oil is at number 5. Now, at number 4, we have wild olive oil, and it's actually really delicious. It also gives them a nice taste, but I am going to assign it in number 4 because it has a lower smoke point, and we need a higher smoke point. They need a little higher temperature, like on a medium flame. I was trying to make them on low flame initially. That's why they were not getting popped. At number 3, I think the one with coconut oil or the one with cow ghee. They are at like alternative 2 and 3 position. It can be 2, or it can be 2, or they both can be at like number 3. And the best one for me is the one with buffalo ghee. It has a very nice and rich flavor. It gives them a very rich flavor. So this one is the best for me. A little update.